Hi everyone, welcome to Precision Test Automation. This is Prabhat. So in the previous section, we have seen click action, send keys, click action, and we have validated title of a box. So let me share my screen. Okay. So in the previous section, we have seen the click action, and we are validating that equals. We are validating the test box title, right? So let me show the UI, what we are validating in the test box here. We are validating this title. Now in this section, we are going furthermore. We are taking a few more steps further in the web automation. So if you see here, we are working on the send keys now. So send keys, we are working with elements like full name element, where we send the text to the element. Okay, and here we are going to see another concept called dependent test cases. So we have a dedicated page for that because very important topic. Okay, close this one, and yeah, I have dependent test cases here. So please go through this page, understand well, because it is very useful. Let's see what is the benefits of using dependent test case. So by name suggest dependent test case means what are the test cases depending. So what the current test case is depending upon any already written test cases. Okay. So what the benefit comes from that? It's reduce the redundancy. Means eliminate the need to rewrite common steps for each test. Right. It will reduce the steps. Means the file might be 30 steps. We can divide into 2 steps. Okay. Means 2 files, and suppose take A and B. A is a first file and B the second part. Now B in the B we can add a dependency as A, right? Now it says saves times, decrease the overall test script development and maintenance time, right? Because we have already written, we just need to continue on that. We did not to write, we need to do everything again. Increase reliability. Utilize steps from stable test cases, ensuring consistency across tests. So what happens? We know that previous steps are working fine. We need to write upon that. Normal coding, we have to verify the previous steps also, like part of the previous code we are writing. We have to verify that the code is working or not. There is a very bigger chances than we are doing the merges, and when we are taking the latest pull from the gate, the code might be changed. So we need to rerun again, and we need to verify. But here we are working with the data, so majorly no one touches it, right? Once we write the test data, it will be stick to that. So we can tell those things as stable test cases, right? And ensure the consistency across tests. Okay, so other things you can go further and understand about it. And another thing I want to point it here is when we're running the test case in the dependent test case, right? When you any test cases which are added in the dependent, like in this case, we have added search, right? This is the search. Here, what we do is we only perform the actions, we don't do the validation steps. We never validate anything in our dependent test case. We only focus on our actions. We doesn't focus on our validations. Might be the test case might be failed, but that does not make sure that this test case also failed, right? That step might be failed, but doesn't mean this should also fail. So for that, by keeping that in the mind, we have developed in such a way that search means for the part A might be action. We need that action. We does not need the validation, but the validation will be done in the part A. Okay. So rather than discussing about the documentation, let's go further and understand how it works, how the dependent test case works. And okay, so right now I'm going to fill the test box, right? So I will write here, I will create a directory called, and I have already created a template, web file template, and text box will sanity.csv. Okay, my template is already ready. Now go here, go to the documentation. We require this. Sorry, we require this one. Okay, and in the test case, we have to run test box. And remember, we just need to write the first part. Group name is not required. No text box we have. Next, come to here. We need to get the full name, email, current, permanent, submit button, right? Let's inspect full name. We have ID, right? Let's go here. Mhm. Next example, right? I mean email. So you can take ID for email. We can use CSS here for example. Okay. Next, current address, and to speed up, we will be directly copying it. The locators, right? Copy. And VDDR equals to X path. Okay. And what is this? Permanent. Permanent. So sometimes I might be typing spelling mistakes. So bear with me. I might not be focusing on the spelling mistakes or grammatical things here. I'm focusing on the test cases, writing test cases. So please bear with me that. Okay. X path and copy. So until here is done, and we need a submit button. Okay. Sorry. And okay. Try to give the names very generic, okay, for button btn, for short addr, like that, right? The consistency brings attraction to test cases, and it's easy to remember as now. When we fill, what we'll see what happens. Oh, we are getting output, right? Let's see how output is been built. So output has been built on individual, but we can see there is another output is there. In this case, we are only just verifying that it is display or not, right? This output box should be displayed. So copy this again, XPath, result. Okay. Now our locators are done. Next, go to steps. So let's copy from here. Okay. So what we are gonna do here, because we have clicked up to here, we need to fill this one full name, right? We need to go here. See, the reason why we selecting IntelliJ gives a wide range of properties, like features. Like I can close other tabs. Yeah, it's not close. Okay. And I can hit right, and now I can focus on one point. See, now I had in test box, we are clicking on the test element, we are validating test box title. Now we need to fill the full name. Now select full name, and action is send piece. We can go to the documentation to see better. It's better to go for the documentation and do the copy paste so that no words should miss. I mean, no characters. It's a case sensitive, right? So full name, send case, what we will send. So John Drack. And we are not doing any validations here, so we are moving this. Okay, next. Okay, copy, we can copy this, we can add multiple times. because we are doing on emails, current address. See, basically a copy and paste. This makes this tool awesome because we need not to do any coding, neither JavaScript, nothing, just copy paste. Okay, and this one's click, right click. That's it. When we are doing click, nothing. But when we're sending, we are sending permanent. This one here, we are sending current. And this one we are sending jack or rack @mail.com. Okay, next element, we have to validate the output. Agree or not? I agree myself. So I'm going for that. And let's see what kind of validation we can give here. Because we're basically doing is display. So let's do this one. And if you see is display is there. So basically go to the validation part and see what is the syntax. It's a null because we are just doing the boolean validation, right? Displayed or not. So we are checking the result box is displayed or not. Okay. Our test case is ready. Let's copy the test case name. See how easy it is. Just copy paste. Right. Now trigger it. Hopefully it runs good. Let's cross this. Okay, we can see one failure is there. Let's see why it got failed. I hope it's not because of silly mistakes what we normally do in automation. It's saying that as test box fill, element click interruption, button submit. Okay, it's not clickable at point. That means it's not visible, right? Okay, it's not visible. So let's go to our documentation and scroll type. Here we can select scroll to element center. Okay, what it will do, scroll the page until the specific element is at the center of the viewpoint. Let's see if this works or not. Go to here, where is the submit button? Here we have the scrolling is green color, add here. Wow, it's done. Next, click on run. We'll see how it works. Okay. Let's see why it got failed. Failed because unable to locate item 0 span. Wait a second, I think here we have did some. Okay, this one test box item. Okay, this might be the case where our locator might be changed, right? So let's see. This is the element copy expand. Okay, we have span 6 here there. That first element is this. We should work. What it is saying, okay. Let's see what is the issue. To enable the locate test box. So we can basically, why it might be not located because I have my click crossed. Let's see again. We can run it again and we can check. Basically the element issues. Let's see. Let it load. Oh, no. See. Done, right? It's very fast. Let's go to our reports, refresh it. See, it got passed. You can see here we have run the test box, right? Test box title is there, action, everything is there here, but we haven't triggered that one. We haven't validated the steps which we are given in the test box. Right now, let's run both of them. We'll run both of them. Okay. Okay, this got run. See, but scrolling also. I forgot to tell about the scrolling part, right? The scrolling issue that also fixed. So let's refresh it. Wow, see, we can see one failure, which we are expecting to do that one because in the previous section, we intentionally made test box as a test as an expected, right? In the expected, we have added as a text. Now, this is a good example for the dependent test case. But if you see here in the dependent test case, it still pass, right? It triggered the test box. In the test box, it already failed. But when it's coming to the test box failed, it didn't even bother about the actual or expected part from the previous dependent test case for the dependent test case. So that is the beauty of the dependent test case. And if you see is display, so we are verifying that element has been displayed or not. See, palette box is there. So this is all about scroll type, validation is display, and in the action we can see the send keys and combination with click, right? So you can see all those things: dependent test case, send keys, click, and is display. So hope you enjoy this section. We will be see you in next section. If you have any doubts, please please add in the comment box. Thanks. Bye.